One issue that always comes up during the process of watching a painting demonstration is that we find it difficult to follow exactly which colors were mixed and applied to a particular area because we have to quickly change our view from the artist's palette to the painting and back to the palette. I will separate the two, showing both the color mixing process and the area where the colors are applied, pointing out the particular colors used. You must ask yourself which colors to use and where to place them on your palette in order to make an easier mixing procedure. First, let's see the colors needed on your palette, while at the same time we'll see their arrangement in a graph on the bottom right. This will give you one good idea of how to proceed. For the mango having an average half-tone orange hue, we should place cadmium yellow light next to cadmium red light on our palette, leaving a space between each so we could mix various orange hues, some leaning towards yellow and others towards red. While mixing these two colors, be aware that the yellow color is usually much weaker and less opaque than the red color. In other words, the red color can easily overpower the yellow color. Put some ultramarine blue next to the cadmium yellow light and mix them a bit to achieve 2 or 3 green hues. Now pick up much white and place it below the green hues. Between the green hues and white, you can mix green hues of lighter values. Get some burnt umber and put it above the green hues. Between the green hues and burnt umber, you can mix green hues of darker values. Put some alizarin crimson below and to the side of the cadmium red light. Between alizarin and red, you can mix various dark red hues. While mixing the approximate hues, I realized that I needed more cadmium yellow light. Yellow is a rather weak color, so I picked up an additional amount of yellow and put it in the same original place. Put a little more burnt umber above where you mix the orange hues. This way you can mix darker versions of the orange hue. I thought appropriate to add some more red to the burnt umber to achieve a dark red tone for the mango's local shadow. You can also darken the red hue with dark green and even ultramarine blue. It depends on the temperature of the red color you want. Finally, put some more white below where you mixed the orange hues. With this white, you can lighten the orange hues. Remember that this procedure only represents a general idea of organizing the colors on your palette. It doesn't mean you have to always use this same arrangement. Specific colors change according to what you are painting. What doesn't change is the general procedure of mixing the colors on your palette. In other words, the logic of this method is to have the colors in adjacent places so you can easily find and mix the appropriate colors. As you gain confidence with this system, you can improve upon it through the selective mixing of complementary colors. For example, you could mix red and green of the same value to achieve certain vibrations providing the correct hue prevails. This mixture could be done directly on the canvas. If you first decide to make such mixtures on your palette before applying it to the canvas, be careful not to mix them thoroughly. I will cover this subject in part 4 of this course. You should also avoid mixing several colors together without having an idea of the specific color you want. If an original color is depleted, you should replenish it immediately.